Guys, Marslinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so I posted this tweet earlier on, is the day after Christmas Day, the time of recording this. The details for the Goku and Hirudegarn have gone up on Twitter, as well as the animations. I've seen a lot of people sounding off already about their thoughts. I'm going to keep mine to myself, I guess, and apart from going through the replies, because I don't want to go through a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning here about what I think and then read through the comments and just have a bunch of people say some of the same things. I haven't looked through it yet, so I don't know. But basically, as we get through people's comments, I will, of course, give my thoughts on not only what's being said, but what I think as well. So, Goku and Hirudegarn, of course, the Dual Dokkan Fest for New Year's for JP should be coming out by the time this video goes up. In fact, the units will probably be coming out within the next 24 hours. In fact, by the time this video goes up, private server showcases might be up for the units already. I'm not entirely sure when the data download is. I think it will be out by the time this comes out, but I should probably get my private server stuff reset up, especially with nothing going on global for a little while over here. But regardless, I put up this post because I was still busy doing stuff. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I was out having a meal with my family and my girlfriend. It was a good day. And yeah, we'll just go through this and see what you guys think. Obviously, if you are watching this after seeing private server showcases, if they've gone up, let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially if you're somebody who did comment on this and now your opinion has changed after seeing them in game, because that does happen a lot. And yeah, we'll just see where we are as a community, what you guys think of Super Saiyan 3, Dragon Fist Goku, and Hirudegarn. So let's start off with our boy Mega Nice, the mega menace to the community. Now, we love the boy. He makes some crazy memes and is always hanging out in the stream chat. So I like them. They have really good kits. Animations of Hirudegarn surprised me. I really liked it. Yeah, I will agree with that. Hirudegarn, I haven't rewatched the movie for a while, so I really wasn't sure what his animations would be like, because obviously the giant form version just has the fire breath thing. But I really liked his animations, especially the transformation. Goku's Kamehameha and Dragon Fist weren't to my liking personally. Now, yeah, that's the big can of worms, where I've seen a lot of people really not happy with the quality of the Dragon Fist animation. I think the Kamehameha thing is cool, right, with the transforming up the forms as he's doing the Kamehameha. I think that's cool. I like seeing stuff like that on units, right? It's a bit different. So I quite like that. But yeah, the Dragon Fist, I'm not going to say I don't like it, but I think, like a lot of people, we were expecting something a little bit more, but we'll talk about that as we go, I suppose. Kenny, considering some of the units I have, Hirudegarn is better. I mean, Hirudegarn definitely seems to be very, very good. Extreme units have definitely needed a W for quite a while. His leader skill is okay, but he as himself as a unit seems incredibly good. I've only seen very brief. Someone posted an image of here's all the units under his 200%, but then I suppose you got to think about units that are still very viable under a 170 lead that can be added into that team as well. Also, his active skill is a transformation, so you can transform one and not the other and then have them on a rotation together, and they can be incredibly good. He just seems very good, right? He can essentially build up to having almost infinite dodge, right? So he seems pretty crazy. I definitely like the look of Hirudegarn. Goku, just from reading his kit, obviously seems like a very, very powerful unit as well. So, our boy Dr. Pritch, kits look amazing. Also, let's see, Make It Happen Dokkan, best in-game EZA. Well, yeah, let's see. First ever Limit Breaker EZA. Okay. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, push to level 150, SA20, remove the diamond background. Wouldn't that be nice? That would definitely be cool to go alongside the releases of this. Dragon Fist Goku was the hardest hitting unit in the game when he came out, so him having a super busted EZA would be cool. Is it too early for them to start releasing second EZA, EZA 2, whatever you want to call it? I don't know. I mean, this guy was the first EZA, right? So it would make sense for him to be the first EZA 2. And he is a Dragon Fist Goku, so it would make sense. I think if we're on the discussion, because that could be a whole other video, on whether it's too early to have a EZA 2. I think if they started bringing them out very slowly, let's say the first 10 units that EZA'd, and that's all we get for EZA 2 for this upcoming year. And then obviously, because they got so many other units that don't even have the first level of EZA yet, but I don't know, EZA 2 could be a whole other discussion. Maybe I'll do a video about that at some point, since Global's going to be on the quieter side for the foreseeable future. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments either way. So sipping hot cocoa. Kit-wise, both are strong, but Goku's Dragon Fist animation is disappointing. Path to Power Kid Goku situation where the animation isn't done justice from its source. Now, this is something I do agree with in the sense that even if you do think that the Dragon Fist animation for Goku is fine, or even if you think it's good, which, you know, each to their own, but it's not as good as it could be, which I think is a lot of people's major issue. When you look at some of the animations that we've gotten over this year especially, some of them have been absolutely incredible. And much like God Goku for Saiyan Day, this is a unit that people have been waiting for quite a long time. Like, obviously we have Dragon Fist Gokus in the game, but we haven't had a new one for a long time. So this animation especially, because when are we going to get another Dragon Fist Goku, right? It's not going to be for quite a long time after this, we would assume. So this was the one opportunity to have a really, really good version of this super attack animation. And whilst I don't like dislike it, I definitely agree that it's not on the level that I would have liked. So a little bit disappointing. Then we have Mira here. Great units, possibly both best in the game contenders. Kind of wish Hirudegarn, or however you spell his name. I think that is actually right. Oh no, it's, you got the, people often get the D after the E after the D. I see a lot of people put this as an I. So you got that, but then this should be an A. So, you know, A for effort. We love to see it. Hirudegarn, or however you spell his name, was a different villain though. I don't want to summon for him. I mean, I think we talked about this on the podcast, right? Characters that people don't like that much, if you make them super busted, then people will summon for them. So this does create, I guess, this kind of situation, right? Where you want to summon for the unit because they're super powerful. You just don't really care about the character Hirudegarn. But I don't think many people do. I doubt there's, I mean, there's probably one. There always is for every character, right? I was going to say, I doubt there's anyone out there that Hirudegarn is their favourite Dragon Ball character. But, you know, I don't dislike Hirudegarn. He's nothing special. He's not going to make my top even, like, you know, probably doesn't even make my top 50 Dragon Ball characters list. But I don't dislike him enough to, like, not want to summon or whatever. So I don't mind too much about that. Jofo, it doesn't really matter to me. It takes X number of months before they arrive anyway. So I hope those of you who go after them get them. It's obviously global player here. They should be arriving in April for global. But the good thing is when global doesn't have New Year's synced with JP, which of course has been every year aside from last year because of Superhero, we usually get the 3+1, and I think we get the tickets structure that we've got on the Christmas banner now and the anniversary banner, where every time you do the multis, you're getting the extra tickets to do summons as well. So these guys, even though we do have to wait, when they come to global, there's definitely going to be some global players out there that will make out like an absolute, you know, super success with those summons because of all the extra summons that we can potentially get. So definitely looking forward to that, even though it is going to be April for global. Not Nova T, extremely good kits. People are hating on animations, but the only real problem I see is the super attacks. There was like one jank shot from the Dragon Fist, but it's mostly really good. The standby plus nullifications are fire. Hirudegarn's leader skill is bad though. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think the animations for Goku are really good. Like I say, the Dragon Fist, even if you have issues with certain parts of it, I don't think overall it is a bad animation. Memphis, of course, doesn't agree. Animations are not good enough. I mean, I think the Hirudegarn ones are all really good. And I think Goku's all like non-Dragon Fist ones look good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the Dragon Fist is fine. But a lot of people are not happy with the animations. I'm assuming it just means Goku, right? Because, I mean, Hirudegarn, I don't think anyone was expecting him to have super crazy good animations. But I think his are actually, you know, perfectly fine. And even quite good to a certain extent. So Platinums both look really ridiculous and have interesting gimmicks. Hirudegarn guaranteed to dodge after evading 3 attacks. Super Saiyan 3 Goku guaranteed to counter super attacks in standby mode. Animation wise good, but the Dragon Fist finisher should have looked a bit better. I feel like that is the general consensus, right, about the Dragon Fist. But both units in terms of their kits, very cool. I really like, for the terms of the flavour of like that is what happens in the movie, that the Dragon Fist, it's like a standby and it is essentially a super attack counter. But they've of course done it the right way, where when Goku is in the standby, he just has a scouter guaranteed. So you know where the super attack is going to be, and then he will counter it with the Dragon Fist. There's no like chance to counter, or you get him into your standby, but then you don't know where the super is, and then he doesn't get supered in the first place. So they've definitely done that very well. It will be interesting though for like difficult events, if you get him out in the standby and then the super's in the final slot, you then of course have to float him off But I suppose by the time you get to that point, you're either finishing off the fight with the Dragon Fist or you're potentially winning on the next turn anyway. So I don't think that's really going to cause much of an issue. But yeah, the fact that the way it works, I think, is really good. And then Hirudegarn with the dodging, very effective as well. There will be certain events where as long as you get those dodges early on, you'll essentially be invincible, right? Especially if you do have one on both rotations. So definitely both look very, very strong. Diamond, I was never a big Super Saiyan 3 fan or a fan of this movie, but Hirudegarn looks really cool. I like the kit concept, so I'm summoning. I've never been so let down by a moment I don't even care about, the Dragon Fist. I feel sorry for the fans who are for waiting for this in Dokkan. So, yeah, even SSB enjoy really good kits, but Goku's animations are not it, Chief. The general consensus, as you can see already, as we scroll down here, people very, very disappointed with the Dragon Fist, which, again, I think is fair. Like, even for me to say that I do think it's okay, it should have been better than okay, which I think is the whole point, right? So Simon, like the designs of both units apart from the leader skill for Hirudegarn, but the animations are really lackluster to me. The Dragon Fist doesn't look good at all, even if it has a KO screen. Because that is the one thing that, obviously, again, if the private server showcases are out now, we will know. But they very often, in fact, more often than not, they don't show KO screens when they show those animation clips on Twitter. So we see at the end of the Dragon Fist, there is the sky with like the hole punched in the clouds. So I'm going to assume that he does have a KO screen, but I mean, by the time this video goes up, I'll have probably seen whether he does or not. But if he does, let me know what you think of it down below. Yeah, even if it has a KO screen. I think it's an easy skip for most players as Anniversary around the corner. Yeah, if you're on JP, it's an interesting one, because if these guys, if we see the showcases and they are like the two best TURs in the game, you have to remember that for JP, we're only a month away from the Anniversary, and almost every year the Anniversary units are the new best units in the game. And if they happen to drop as characters who, like, say for example, they're both, you know, both the part 1 units are pretty much always superclass units now. If they're not units that Goku really fits on their team, or maybe he doesn't even fit under their leader skill at all, if you go super deep summoning for him and then these Anniversary units drop and they're super busted, like imagine we do get, you know, some combination of Tournament of Power and Superhero. I'm just going off by one of my top picks, if it was up to me, is like UI Goku and Beast Gohan. I think would be a super good one. Or having the Joint Forces units have UI Goku and Blue Evolution, and then Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan. I think that would be awesome. Depending on their leads, like they're not going to have like Power Beyond Super Saiyan because UI is not on there. They're not going to be on movie heroes, so they might literally have leader skills that this Super Saiyan 3 Goku's not even on. So that is something you have to consider. And of course, this is one of the things I know global players that didn't want the sync. This is where foresight will come into play, because for global, when these guys drop, even though we are only going to have the Anniversary a little ways away, we will already know what it is. So that is something to bear in mind. Fecto Stylus, Goku is fine. His KO screen was probably not shown, just like, yeah, exactly. I find it funny we started and ended the year with Super Saiyan 3. Hirudegarn is what villains needed. If it wasn't for 9 year, yeah, exactly, I would have summoned. That's fair. I think they're very good release. Kit's on point. Don't mind the animations for Goku as much as others, personally. Yeah, I've seen a few people that don't or are not as upset as others, but PokeTF, they look busted. Definitely save every stone I can for them or Saiyan Day on global now. Can't wait to see them in game, because yeah, Saiyan Day will be March, so that's another big thing for global players, of course, when the Saiyan Day character drops, because it will be both versions and we don't really know in advance who they're going to be or how good they're going to be. If the Saiyan Day unit drops and they are a unit that will work really well with this Goku, that'll be an interesting combo for global players, because it'll be a case of summoning for the Saiyan Day unit in March and then in April summoning for Goku. Could be a very interesting combo. But Hirudegarn looks amazing, can't wait to summon for him on global. Goku animation isn't as bad as anyone seems to react. It's not the best, but some folks make it sound like it's horrible. Yeah, that's where I would kind of fall on this, right? Like, I think it is decent, but people are acting like it's the worst animation in the game. But I think that's just because, you know, people that really were waiting for it, really hyped for it, you know, people do overreact when they're disappointed, so I'm not surprised. But we'll see once we've seen it in game a lot more and stuff like that. If people warm to it slightly, who knows? Alex, after reading their kits last night, they seem busted. I still want to see them in action first. Yeah, fair enough. Merry Christmas to your family. Thank you so much. Hey, I appreciate it. I didn't realise, obviously, like I said, I didn't look through this before, so not a comment on the actual topic, but shout out to JR. You know, I hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmases, like I said at the start. So yeah, shout out to you. I appreciate that. I didn't want to go for and like every single comment, but we'll put one on there. There you go. JC Gamer, Hirudegarn is insane. If anniversary is Beast Gohan, it's possible to see a Carnival Cell Max. Yep. All of a sudden, the team starts going hard in bringing back movie bosses as a viable team. Movie boss is about to get a ton of buffs. Goku is probably the second best TUR. Interesting who they think is number one. Is it Limit Breaker Vegito? Is it Piccolo Jr.? I wonder. JC Gamer, if you watch this video, let me know in the comments. It's on JP, so time to save, I guess. Yep, so Stutch, a JP player, global player. Kit-wise, very good. Animation-wise, I do really like Hirudegarn, but I'm disappointed with Super Saiyan 3's Dragon Fist. Felt like they could have done better with the dragon, but I'll still summon. And then Slump God says broken units. So I think we'll leave it there for now. Like I say, if we have gotten the private server showcases, which I think, and if I don't, to be fair, if I don't get this video out actually at the end of the day on the 26th, because it all depends what time I get home from my day out, it might have to go up as the first video on the 27th. So if that is the case, like I say, the private server showcases will actually be out already. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have seen them in game, have your thoughts changed? Are you more hyped? Are you less hyped? Are you warming to the animations at all? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. And most importantly, if you're a JP player, are you going to be summoning for them? If you're a global player, are you excited for them to come to global, even though we do have to wait some time? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.